Hey, buddy.
Hey, how we doing?
Look who it is. How you doing, my man?
Yeah, good. You?
I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I'm jet lagged, but I'm doing good.
Did you get back today?
Got back. I had a 5 a.m. flight straight out of the con on Sunday. So I stayed up all night. I think I slept for like an hour or two after we wrapped, and then uh slept for maybe like an hour and then hopped on a plane and was on two separate planes. And randomly, when I had a layover in Texas, I'm walking through just trying to get to the bathroom, and who do I run into? Which is Jason Levy.
I
Literally.
saw that.
Yeah, dude, it was so random. I looked at him, I'm like, who is this bold motherfucker walking towards me? And I look up and I see the fuzz hat, and I'm like, get out. There's no way this is Jason. So I just literally walked into him, and he was like, are you kidding me?
He's stalking you, really. That's what it is.
Probably is. He doesn't stalk me. I know that for a fact. Oh man. Oh, but there's no better person to run into it in an airport than Jason Levy. So it was all fun. It was just so ironic, and it was like surreal. You know what I mean?
So was he not at the convention as well? No, it was just a random.
No. So he was in Texas for a film shoot. So and like so it was really just me at the con. Because this was like the ninth or 10th year of Phoenix Fair Con. And a friend of ours, Jay Michaels, was hosting it this year. And he was actually he was like the person that did Terror Talk and all that stuff on so when we were doing Dark Offerings, he was really doing a lot of the interviews, a lot of all that stuff, and we became friends through that. And then when this con came up, he wanted us to fly down and stuff like that. So it was a really fun con, though. I'm not gonna lie, for like a small con, they knew how to treat the guests right. They fed us beyond well. I mean, you probably saw my Instagram.
Yeah, I did see. Constantly eating.
I couldn't stop. It was bad, man. Like they had this guy. I have his card. It's like eats my meat or something like that.
Yeah.
And it was just, he did Cajun barbecue that was just heavenly, dude. I'm sitting there moaning like what is it, Meg Ryan, what the hell's the movie with Billy Crystal?
Harry
When Harry Met Sally. Yeah, I'm literally doing that at the con and probably destroying half the guests. But oh my god, man, delicious food. But it was just, we just had a great time. You know what I mean? It was a really, really, really fun con. And I got to meet Fred Williamson, so that was really cool. Yeah.
A lot of lizards as well. There seemed to be a lot of lizards there.
Oh yes. So there was one of the animal sanctuaries that was around there brought in. They had all these lizards that they were just bringing, but they also had a baby alligator that was like this. I have a picture on my phone. Hold on, I'll pull it up. But it was like a baby alligator that she had on her, and that's what I saw. I saw from like through the con doors, and I looked, and I was in a mid conversation. I go, wait a minute, is that a baby alligator? No, that can't be an alligator. And sure enough, I don't know if you can see it.
Oh wow!
There he is. Cute little guy, super sweet. Patted him. He looked like he wanted to bite everybody because he was not. I don't think he liked having the strap around his snoot.
No,
he was fine because apparently they don't have sensors in their snout.
No,
it's just all on him muscle. Yeah, so he doesn't even know it's on him, but he was calm. He was cool. It was crazy, and also I'm gonna make a post now that this is like the first real conversation I've had. But I'm gonna make a post about the costumes there. They had people dressed up. They did a whole Resident Evil spread. There was a guy who was spot on Leon S. Kennedy, like the hair, like it was ridiculous. I was like, holy shit. They had Nemesis there. They had the cars from Star Wars. Yeah, they had that. They had everything. It was insane. But like people were walking through, a giant Slimer with the dining room table around him came in. which I thought was like an extra nice added touch. But yeah, dude, it was a crazy fun con.
People do go to a lot of effort, don't they, to get the costumes right. And
yeah, dude, it was, there was one of the guys who was also one of the volunteers at the con. I can't remember the character's name, but he was spot on, the character from Resident Evil 3, the older guy with the beard and like the beret. He came in, I was like, holy shit, he looked like you ripped him right from the game and put him there. And I was like, this is impressive. You know, I'm always impressed whenever people like nail a cosplay, because I'm like, that's, you know, like there's a few people, there's one guy who walks around as Rick Grimes, I think his name, I forget what his name is, but he looks just like Andrew Lincoln. Really? He has, it's insane. It's like you think that you're seeing Andrew Lincoln for like 5 seconds, and you're like, oh no, that's definitely not Andrew Lincoln.
We had the same over here. We went to like one of those horror walkthroughs a couple of years back, and they had a Walking Dead scene.
Yeah.
And they put a bag on your head and they walk you into this tent. They got you all get on your knees, and it took everybody a good few minutes to realise that this guy wasn't actually the real Negan. he did the voice, he had the outfit, he looked a spitting image of Negan, and we was all sitting there going, is it really him? Is it really him? And it wasn't until afterwards when he actually spoke English was like, no, it's not him. It was that spot on. It was brilliant.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's so cool, my man. I'm like seeing like a real life Negan and then him being put onto your knees. That's got to send so many different sensors and all that stuff. Yeah. Are you caught up on the show right now?
Sorry.
Do you still watch the show, or?
I stopped watching it for a long while, and then I started to rewatch Supernatural. So I'm almost at the end of that. So as soon as I finish Supernatural, I'm going to jump back onto The Walking Dead, because I've heard that it's got really good again, because they had that spell where it went a little bit dead and a little bit boring and samey, and everyone kind of stopped watching it. And now I heard that it has got extremely good again. It has.
It's, I don't know, where did you stop in a non-spoilery way?
I'll tell you, the very last episode I watched was where they killed the tiger. That's where I got up to. So I've seen little snippets, but I'm trying to leave it alone. Yeah. I'm trying not to watch it.
So get through that season, because that season's a little up and down.
Yeah.
But once that season ends, you go into, I think it's season 9. And season 9 goes into some of the best writing the show has. And season 10 has some of the best writing the show has ever seen. And I'm trying to be very vague with it, but there are episodes in season 9 and 10 that I think stand as some of the best all around for that show. They actually made the show scary again.
Yeah.
Like, which is hard after 10 seasons, but they found a way to do it. Yeah, I won't tell you how, I won't say anything, but there's a couple of episodes when you watch, you're probably going to message me and be like, holy shit, I just saw this. Like, it's so good.
I might actually put it on tonight now. I'll look at it. I'm literally, I'm on the last season of Supernatural. I think I've got like 4 episodes left to go, and then that's that done, and now I can move back onto that. But there's been so much to watch lately. It's been really difficult to try and keep up with everything.
Tell me about it. Now there's a Squid Game.
Yeah, I haven't even started that yet.
I haven't even started either. I got rid of Netflix for a bit because there wasn't anything on it. And now I get rid of Netflix, and all of a sudden there's Squid Game. There's the Dave Chappelle special. There's like 14 things. And I'm like, oh, of course. This is so I'll probably switch next month, get on to Netflix. And
have you seen the trailer for the? You have seen the trailer for the Resident Evil, the new Resident Evil.
I'm stoked. I have. I think it looks insanely good. I actually, so I liked Resident Evil, the first one that came out. I really dug that one. I thought that one, it was that film that I saw. I've never seen a film more times in the theater, and it was probably just because I was in high school and skipping school at the time. Yeah. But I saw it 8 times in the theater. and I just love the shit out of that film. I'm very nostalgic for it. The first one is, I think, is a really, really entertaining movie. I think the second one's crap, and then the third one I really enjoy because I think it's just so much fun. The rest of that series, yeah, I can do without. But this new one just looks like Resident Evil.
It is the game. It's
yeah. Yeah, I'm super excited. I mean, you got Claire, you got Chris, you got Leon, you got Lickers, you got the zombies, you got the shots, you got like the feel. And from what I'm gathering, it's the combination of the first game and the second game into one, which is crazy to me because you can do an entire movie based off of each one of those games alone.
Yeah.
There's so much in those games. So I'm hoping for the best. I'm super excited to see it. And like the trailer got me hyped.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it was you that shared the trailer. And that's how I watched it. So
yeah, I was watching it coming back. I was coming back from a shoot I was doing in Connecticut. And I was in the car and I just put it on random. I was like, okay, because I had seen it pop up and I was like, I just don't have time for it. I just don't have time. And I sat down, I watched it in the car, and I was like, oh my God. Oh, this is looking awesome. I just lost it. And then what is it? What's Going On is like playing in the background.
Yeah.
Which I thought was like an excellent choice of a song, especially with like the characters being like, what the fuck is going on? I'm so excited, man.
Talking about like you having a time to watch it, you have been mega busy, haven't you? You've gone from film to film to film.
Yeah.
You went, from the Dark Offerings, and then it was finishing Terrified bits. Then there was Stream that you've been. Is it Dark Circles?
Yeah, and then we
did 2, and you've been mega busy.
Yeah, I've been slammed. I mean, we actually just premiered Dark Offerings at Phoenix Fair Con, which went over really well. I never know how a film's gonna do when you're making it. I have no idea. I'm like, okay, everyone's gonna see all the flaws that I see because I know every single bit that's like, oh, this could have been better here, this could have been better there. But people really got into Dark Offerings. It's screened twice. And both times people, they asked really good questions afterward. They were really into it. They really liked it. One person liked it because like one of the inspirations film wise, look wise, was the movie Unfriended, which I think is a very, very good film. I was shocked. I went into that being like, ugh, it's an MTV movie, it's whatever, it's gonna be garbage. And I loved it. So like someone actually said, they go, this is actually better than Unfriended. And I was like blown away by that, So, and that person came to see it twice. I was shocked. I was like, wow, this is great. So that got premiered, and that went really well. It's always good to premiere something.
Yeah.
But we've wrapped that, and then in January, so COVID already hit. We shot that. Then by the time we were done with that and editing all that, then Stream happened. We were in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania for 6 weeks from January to February, isolated. Literally, we're passing the fields where the two sides were fighting each other. We were driving up and down that road. That was probably one of the most ominous things. We'd be driving down there to go to McDonald's or whatever, go to eat, grab something. And you drive down there, and you're blasting whatever's on the radio, which is either Bible music or it's like Katy Perry. There's no in between. And it was surreal because you'd be driving through listening to Katy Perry, and all of a sudden they would be like, you look to your left and you're like, holy shit, thousands of bodies were piled here. But Stream, man, Stream was probably, how can I say this? It was probably one of the most amazing experiences film wise I think I've ever had as a filmmaker. We were there for 6 weeks during the pandemic, and every other day there was a new horror icon coming in. And it was just like, you'd wake up and you'd be like, oh, Oh, look, there's Jeffrey Combs today, or oh, look, there's Daniel Harris, or look, there's this person or this person, and it's just like it was amazing, and also obviously working with the Fuzz and the Lens guys, that whole group, that whole family. It's like it was like basically 6 weeks of camp, with some of the coolest, most like creative human beings you could be stuck with, and I don't want to say stuck because that's not what the word is, but like, that you could be with. And it was just one of the best experiences. And I remember Damien and I were saying to each other, we're like, we're going to look back at this in 10 years and be like, we're so lucky to be able to make a film like this in this way. Like, never again will we be able to wake up 5 minutes before call, walk out the door, and literally be on set. That because we'd walk out and boom, there's our set. We're shooting in the hallway right in front of our room. So it was such a great experience, and I personally believe that, like, Stream is going to be one of those films that people are going to see and they're going to really, really enjoy. I think Michael and Steve and Jason, they really wrote something very, very different, and something that's like, it's not just a straight up slasher. It's got good characters. It's got great kills, and it's a fun movie, as a horror fan, it's something I want to watch. And it's just, I think everyone, I think people are going to really, really enjoy watching this movie and get really, really be surprised by how good it's going to be. I'm super stoked for it, and
They did put a little clip on. They put that little clip on with Danielle Harris in her.
Yeah.
It actually made me. I wasn't expecting when she looked for the keyhole, and it actually. I was like, shit! I wasn't expecting that. But yeah, so just from that little scene, I had to get involved. I had to get involved in it, and the perks they've got going on for it is phenomenal. They're crazy.
Yeah, they have amazing perks on the Indiegogo right now. I mean, I think they just announced they have one to like join and party with us. You know what I mean? Like to come down and hang out with us at the rap party. And I can guarantee you we are fun. But you got that, I think they just put up one that's like have a Zoom with like the cast and crew, including David Howard Thornton, which is, always is, any time you get to hang out with anybody from the shoot, is always a fun time. But also the props that they're giving away. I'm going to be vague with them because I don't know what they've announced and I don't know which ones they have yet to announce or which ones, so I don't want to spoil anything. But like this, I know it's like stuff that was just like seeing it used in person for whatever scene, for whatever reason. It's really cool stuff. Like, and it's made by Damien Leone. You know what I mean? I mean, that on itself is awesome. I'm watching him work and make all those effects and do all that stuff, and it's, my God, I'm thinking of, like, I want to start saying some of the stuff, but I know I can't say anything.
I just think it's really good how they've done it, because they have been able to let big horror fans that do follow them, that know who they are, watch their stuff, can actually get involved and actually feel part of it, rather than just sitting waiting. Like, I'm still sitting here waiting, but I feel a bit more involved now, and it's like I'm just getting more excited. And every time I see Michael going on live, I'm like, what's he going to announce? What's he going to tell us now?
Exactly. Yeah, dude. It's I can tell you right now. It's like the perks are amazing. The the stuff that 90% of the film is done. Like, it's in the can. Like, there's like a couple of very small scenes left, and stuff like that. But like every single time, like he's like, yeah, so we're gonna put this up today, and I'm like, people are gonna lose their minds because it's really cool stuff. And it's not even about, it's also about like wanting to have people join that family. You know what I mean? Like we don't call ourselves a crew, we call ourselves a family, because that's really what we've all become, is one giant filmmaking horror family, and that's what it feels like. And it's like, Michael says it best. It's like, wouldn't you want to, if you had the chance to, be there when, to be able to be a part of Halloween before it was Halloween, isn't that something that would be awesome? You know what I mean? Like if you could go back and be able to like own a slate
Yeah.
from, you know, from like Scream, the original Scream, and like Wes Craven was like, yeah, we had these 20 slates, and here you go, now you own it, and you know you have that on your shelf. Like it's like this is stuff that we never get. Like, and it's like unless you want to spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, like so it's like the fact that like you're able to do that now and get onto this, you know, at this time frame, it's a great opportunity. You know what I mean? It's amazing. And like the posters that we all signed, they're amazing posters. They got these giant posters. They're like 3 feet by 2 feet, I think. They're giant, but they got everybody on there, like the entire, every cast member. If they were in this film, there's a cast member. The cast member signed it. I believe they also got all of us on there too. But those are super cool. You know, the face masks. I mean, you see me wearing mine all the time. I love the face mask. It's a comfortable one because a lot of times they drive me nuts. You know, or they like suffocate me after a while. You know, it's nice and comfy, but yeah, I mean, they're going strong, you know, and the more that they're, you know, that the more that they go, they haven't even announced certain things that I know people are going to lose their minds for when they do. And that's all I'll say because I don't want to spoil it too early and Mike call me up being like, what did you do? But in short, Stream is going to be one hell of a fucking movie. It really is. And I think, it's going to be a treat for horror fans. I mean, you know, we all had a blast making it, you know, and I think the love and the passion was there. And I think that's key to any film is if the love and the passion's there, it filters into the film and you see that people had a good time. You see that people enjoyed making things and like, that's what you want. You want to have that, you know, and that was all prevalent with Stream, you know.
We're going to go back. I'm going to go back to the Dark Offerings. That's now been premiered this weekend. When is it going to be available for everyone else to watch? It seems so. I looked on my YouTube the other day, and that's nearly a year ago since we had that group interview.
Yeah,
and it's killing me.
It's the $1 million question is, you know, when will Dark Offerings be released? Right now we're currently going through distribution. We're trying to get picked up by some type of distribution label. We're looking at Shudder is kind of like our dream spot for it, you know what I mean? Because I you know, personally and truthfully, I think it would do the best on Shudder. I think putting it on Shudder is going to be, you know, great, you know. But you know, right now it's about getting the distro and seeing, you know, what type of distribution deal we can get, you know, if we can get it to go overseas, if we can get a Blu-ray release, if we can get it, you know, streaming, whatever it is. And if not, you know, we've discussed self-distributing it, which is cool, you know, but like at the end of the day, like right now it's more about where's the best place this could live.
Yeah.
And from the audience reactions, I really now I'm more confident than ever because it's like, you know, you never know how people are going to react to something. I mean, I've made short films that, you know, that I thought were amazing and I was like, this is my best work, and people are like, that sucks, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, move on. But like, you know, but people really dug this film. They really were into it. They were really invested. They really liked it. They loved the twists and the turns, and they loved a lot of the stuff. And so that's like a good sign now, you know, now that you've seen people that had nothing to do with the film, people that had no investment, that some people that were in that room were like, they didn't even know what a Dark Offerings even was. And they really dug it. So like that does help us, you know, going forward. So I can't say when the release date will be, but I will say you're going to be one of the first people that gets to see it. So I'll make sure of that.
Because as well, Night of the Living Dead 2, which is behind you, that's going to be a huge film, isn't it? That's going to be massive. it's going to be big.
Yeah, that has been this was actually before to even get to this point where we announced, it was 4 years in the making, and it was a secret that I've been keeping for over 4 years. Because 4 years ago or 5 years ago, I did The Last Call, which you know of, with Terry Alexander, and Laurie Cordill made a cameo in that. And that, because of that, I was, Laurie mentioned she would love to get the band back together, and how she always wondered about this or that, with these characters and stuff. And she loves Jarlath and she loves Terry, and and I was, she's like, man, if somebody would ever wanted to do something like that, I'd be so down. And I was like, yes. And I met with, I was in a comic book store and bumped into Vinny Petrosini, who's now one of the producers on it. And we were talking because he had a project that got postponed, and I had nothing going on in January, and we started spitting back. I told him about the idea, and we started shooting ideas back and forth, met, and then I started writing a pilot. So this was originally a TV series, a 10-episode pilot. And we did a table read with Laurie, Terry, and Jarlath, and a celebrity who I cannot name yet, who is going to be announced because we shot with him or her for what we shot with this, because we shot like a sizzle, and then we shot that, and it went over really well, and then COVID hit, and the whole thing went away. And it was just like we were gearing up to shoot something with them, just to kind of start pitching, and then COVID hit. I thought that was the end, and then we got traction again, and we got everyone together. We got some other names in it. The only one, aside from Laurie, Terry, and Jarlath, the only person we announced so far is David Howard Thornton, who you saw as the fish bait zombie. Yes. And yeah, dude, and like there's so many other things that like we're super excited. Like I don't quote me on this, but I think we're making a big announcement at Chiller HorrorCon on Halloween. I think it's going to be dropping the next couple of celebrities that we have for it. But what I can mention is we have been in talks with Claudio Simonetti from Goblin, a dear friend of mine. Justin Martell has been helping us network with or connect with him. So we might be able to have Goblin score the whole film. So that's something that we're really looking to get, and trying to get that, because that would be, I mean, as a fan of Dawn of the Dead and everything Dario Argento, getting Goblin to do the score for this, especially if we're able to get the original band back together. I'm not saying that we are, I'm not saying that we're not, but that to me is incredible. And right now the script is being written, and it's going to be big, man. It's going to be, I'm trying to do something where it's not, I don't want, this is not just going to be straight up, them in a house type of deal. This is going to be its own story. This is a sequel the same way Dawn of the Dead is a sequel to Night, or Day of the Dead is a sequel to Dawn. It's in the same universe, but it's a completely different. Sorry, you're hearing my bird who's agreeing with me. But it's going to be its own story. There's going to be some nods. There's going to be, lots of different characters and actors from separate films. If I told you the names that we had that we're reaching out to, you probably would go nuts. And I wish I could, but I can't, because I don't want to jinx anything. But one of the key things about George A. Romero's work was that his Dead films were never about the zombies. It was a zombie film second and a character piece first. The zombies were never the main antagonist. Man always was, in Night, in Dawn, and in Day. It's always the characters, and that's what this is. This is character based. Yes, there are zombies. Yes, there is going to be gory as fuck. And yes, there's going to be like some crazy shit that you're going to see. But at the end of the day, it's all about these characters. It's all about, you know, how these characters are going to interact with these. I got to be very vague. With these otherworldly. I don't out of that makes it sound like it's a sci-fi film. These other humans, basically. But so to speak. And the only thing we've other announced is that it takes place on an island.
Yes.
And yeah, that's really all I can say as of yet. As of yet. I know, right? He talks, and I know my only worry is that he's going to end up repeating some of the conversations I have. And he's going to spoil everything, and I just know he's going to do that because I didn't seed or something like that one day.
We're hoping to start filming that next year. That's right, isn't it?
That's what we're trying to do. You know, it comes down to a lot of factors, but we want to shoot it. You know, word is obviously, look, we're going to shoot something in Pittsburgh. You can't do a Romero zombie film without shooting in Pittsburgh. You have to shoot in Pittsburgh. That is a must. So I've written something for Pittsburgh that is nice, fun, you know, and really truly, I want to get all the Romero locals. I want to get all the people that, you know, were interested, you know what I mean? That like, you know, the fans, because like the fans are the reason that George A. Romero stuff is still going, you know, and will always be there, you know, and you know, we're going to shoot at we're looking at Belize, just to shoot some stuff there in the South Pacific. We're looking at all different areas right now. We're open to almost everything, you know. And the other great thing is too is that some of the crew that we have so far that worked on, you know, what we shot already, and you know, who we're obviously going to bring, you know, I mean, Steve Del Sala, who, you know, from Fuzz, he's DPing it, you know what I mean? So he's DP'd almost everything I've been doing lately, ever since last call. And so we got him, we got Fuzz in the Lens, you know, Michael and Jason are obviously going to be there. We got, if you watch Joe Bob Briggs's Last Drive-In.
Right, yeah.
So the wardrobe designer from that, Jolene Richardson, who is absolutely amazing. You know, she just did a lot of the same crew also just did Dark Circles. But she did all the costume and all the wardrobe and all that stuff for Night of the Living Dead, and she's spectacular. But she also does all the stuff for Joe Bob Briggs, which to me makes me geek out even more as well, because it's Joe Bob Briggs, who I would love to get in this as well. Him and Darcy, I would love to be able to do that. You know, but yeah, no, we just have like such an amazing crew and team of just awesome people on this. You know, all the producers, you know, Vinny Petrosini, Alyssa Rabinowitz, Steve Conca, I mean, Karen Angstrom. We have a great community. We've got a great team, and it's like we're just trying to make something that is entertaining for people that we want. Basically, I would want to watch this. That's how I look at it. It's like, you know, I've been a fan of horror. I mean, I eat, sleep, and breathe it. I walk around with fucking, you know, this is like the white shirt and it's still Leatherface doing disco. You know, like everything I do is horror. And you know, a lot of people have been burnt by a lot of the Night of the Living Dead remakes and all that stuff. And I have too, you know what I mean? I will never forget the Millennium Edition where they re-edited new footage into it. Whatever. But like with this, we really just want to make something that is its own story, that is engaging, that's scary, that is fun, you know, that has great characters, and honestly reunites these three amazingly talented actors from Day of the Dead. You know, that's really what's exciting to me. We shot a scene with Jarlath, Lorian Terry, with this big scene, and Jarlath has a massive monologue. And he was so fucking good. He was so incredible that two of the crew members had to leave set because they were crying and they were ruining the sound. Really? Yeah, they had to walk off because they were in tears from his performance. And I'm like, I honestly, I do not understand how Charles Conroy is not in every fucking movie. You know, it's insane, his skills and like his ability. And same thing with Laurie and Terry. I mean, look, I have a Terry Alexander clause in all my contracts now. I will not direct something unless Terry Alexander is somehow there. I just won't. You know what I mean? He has to be. I love the man to death. You know, and I mean, you've seen Last Call. You know, you've seen, well, you haven't seen Dark Offerings. He's in Dark Offerings. He's in Stream. Um, and you know, I think he's just incredible. You know, they're all theater actors, and Laurie, you know, Laurie is the quintessential badass female of the 80s that nobody gives credit to. You know, the fact that she's not as well known, or Sarah Bowman is not as well known as Laurie Strode or Eleanor, you know, or Ripley, or you know what I mean, like any of these people, or Sidney Prescott or anybody, blows my fucking mind. Because if you've really watched Day of the Dead and you watch her character, that is, everyone's taking a shit on her and she still stands strong. And she's one of the most incredible characters, I think, in horror history. And she is so fucking underrated in this as well. Like, the three of them together have this magnetic chemistry that has not skipped a day. And just watching them do their thing, watching them do kills and all this stuff, it's like, holy shit. Like, you can just leave a camera on them for days and you're fine. You know, that's not even to mention all the other actors and actresses that we have in this, all the other cameos, all the other people that were trying to get into this, you know, because really and truly my goal is to really, I really want this to be the quintessential, you know, zombie movie, you know what I mean? That's like, you know, that's out there, something that really showcases the love for, you know, not just the love for Romero and his work, but also something that is different, something that's not just the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah, like I said before, it's you're making this as a horror fan as well. You're doing it because of your love for horror, your love for zombie movies, and I think that passion going into it is going to help. You know, it's just gonna. Well, I just can't wait. You know, I'm really impatient.
That's fine. That's fine, man. Because you know, it's like that type of energy is what we all need. Because we love to hear that when, you know, because look, not making films is never easy. It is always a struggle, no matter what film you make, or, you know, Guillermo del Toro, you know, who's an Academy Award winning writer, director. He's a household name. You know, even if you don't know his name, you know his films. This is still a man, a filmmaker, who has several unproduced scripts that he wrote that he can't get off the ground. George A. Romero died with 50 plus unproduced scripts that studios were like, no, we don't want this. Let that sink in. George A. Romero, who's arguably one of the greatest filmmakers ever, could not get certain films off the ground. Like, that's why, like, any project you can get off the ground, you've already won. You've already accomplished that first hurdle, which is something that nobody can escape. There are people, you know, even Spielberg took him years to get certain projects. And Steven Spielberg, if he goes like this, a movie appears. You know what I mean? There's just so many projects that you're just, you know, that just don't get made for whatever reasons. And you know, being, you know, with all the support that we're getting for this, and all the people that want to hop on, that want to help out, that want to see this get made right, you know, we're listening. You know what I mean? We're not just being like, no, we know, you know, we are taking all of that in, because at the end of the day, I don't want another shitty zombie film. I don't want to make one. I don't want to watch one. You know, if this does, you know, if it all comes down to the script, and if the script isn't up to par, then it's going to keep getting rewritten until it's perfect. And that's the key, you know. But the pilot went over really well with a lot of different, you know, with the people that we did the test reading for. and really well. And these were like really diehard like Romero fanatics that will tear everything apart. But they really, really loved it. I think that's what comes down. It comes down to the script, and it should. Because at the end of the day, once again, it's about those characters. And if you care about the characters, then no matter what's happening, you're going to be invested. And if you don't care about the characters, then you're not going to sit there for 2 hours or however long the movie ends up being. So, that's something that I always strive to make is character pieces, so I'm all, we'll see, but we'll definitely get you in as a zombie.
Yes.
We'll get you here, get you gnawing on someone's brains.
Like I said, I'll be there as soon as you let me know. I'll come over.
I definitely will, brother.
I missed coming over this year. You know why? I had a few bits going on this year. But I couldn't turn it down, and it's been good fun,
dude. But that's the thing. Cons are always gonna happen, and cons are great. I love them, but like at the end of the day, you know what I mean. Like they are fun. They are the party. They are like the benefit. How can I put this? The bonus of being in the film industry. You know what I mean? Is like, oh yeah, well now you get to do these cons and stuff like that. But like at the end of the day, making films is why we're here. You know what I mean? Acting in films, directing films, writing films, whatever. That is why we're investing in all this. So it's like, there's no better reason to miss a con than for that. So,
Yeah, I'm filming again on Thursday. It's my last bit to film. That's only going to be a short film, but hopefully it's going to be good fun to watch.
That's going to be awesome. Yeah, no, well, I can't say, I won't have you say anything about what, yeah. But I'm excited, dude. You're definitely going to have
another one that I helped out on, and I'm in it a little bit. That's a comedy. I'm allowed to say that one.
Yeah.
It's a comedy that the trailer is out. I think that's going to be out early next year, hopefully.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so that should be out next year at some point. It's been really interesting. Like I say, if you can get me eating some brains in a movie as well, that'd just be the dream, wouldn't it? It would just be the bucket complete. That'd be me done. I could retire after man. That'd be me finished. Yeah.
Dude, we definitely got to get you in there, dude. We'll have you either. Oh, I think I know a good spot to put you. Yeah, I think I know a good spot. Yeah. You'll definitely have some fun.
It's been a really good experience. Like I found it difficult because we was on, like, when I went on, I was there for a couple of days to start with. Then I had to come home and go back to my normal job.
Yeah.
And I was on such a high, and then you just crash down on such a low, and it's like, oh, you just want to
yeah.
And you've been on it for like months now. Like so how long have you got now until you're back at it again?
Well, what with the high or onto the next project?
Onto the next project.
So we just wrapped Dark Circles, which was directed by Hannah Fairman from VHS, and starred Damien Maffei from The Strangers, and Haunt, which if you haven't seen Haunt,
I have seen it. Brilliant film.
Yeah, it's fucking creepy as shit.
Yeah.
And he was sweet as hell. I mean, and cool, and a really, really cool dude. And then it also had Terry Kaiser, Bernie from Weekend at Bernie's, or the good old doctor from Friday 13th Part 7. But this guy, Terry, blew me out of fucking water, because this is an 82-year-old man who had like exposition. He was like the exposition dump of the movie, and he would go and do 3 pages of dialogue straight, not miss a single line. I'm like, how the hell did you do that? I was blown away. Yeah, dude, it was incredible watching this man work. And he was just the sweetest guy, and Felissa Rose, obviously, Felissa, She was in it and also was one of the producers along with Damien and Ryan James and Daniel Kearney. Like my brain, like names are so high are hard to remember right now. but yeah, no, dude, it was a fun film. But we literally came off of that. I wrapped that, had 2 days off, and then I literally started packing for Phoenix. Flew out to Phoenix, premiered the film, came back yesterday, got back around 3, and then and now today, here I am today. And then I'm trying to get around to go see fucking Halloween Kills, which is, to me, so far from the reviews, this is the last Jedi of the fucking Halloween series. This is like, people are either loving it or they're hating it. It's insane.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
No spoilers yet. No spoilers.
I won't be saying anything until you've seen it. We'll be putting a review up on it, so just don't watch it.
I won't. I'll watch it. I'll probably watch it. I'm probably gonna see it Wednesday with Terry and my friend Janine. And but yeah, no. Then I go from that. I'm doing a couple more cons. Chiller's gonna be the big one at the end of the month that I'm doing. So basically, I'm gonna be writing this, and then next month I'm supposed to do a music video, a horror music video for this guy who used to be my neighbor, Marco Aguirre. I think I'm butchering his name. Very, very, very talented musician. Does like rock music, but it's like fucking good. And he's got a band called the Serpentines, and they're so fucking good. And one of the songs, it's called Circus Show, I believe. I think it's called Circus Show or Circus Song. He's gonna kill me if he watches. I'll be like, it's Circus Show. What's wrong with you? No, I'm just kidding. But so we're gonna do a really cool horror-esque freak show type of music video. So I'm gearing up for that. And there's been rumblings of a couple of other things. I have a couple of calls this week that I got to take regarding other projects. But yeah, dude, it just never stops. But like, I do know that high because it's like you're like soaring. You're like, this is awesome. This is awesome. This is awesome. And then it's just dead.
Yeah.
And we had a crazy trip with with Dark Circles, because it was all the same crew. And, we had Chris Rowan with the production, who also he owns Buffalo Bill's house, the actual house where they shot.
Really?
Yeah, this is his card. Let me do this so we don't just give out all his numbers and shit. But this actual, where is it? Actual Buffalo Bill. So where they shot the movie, he bought the house and he's turned it into a bed and breakfast.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now you can go to this house, have breakfast with your loved one, go downstairs, tuck yourself, and dance to the moonlight. Good night to Goodbye Horses. So. Yeah. So yes, all that, which I think is fucking amazing. But he's a great dude. He's at all the cons now promoting this thing, but I'm going to be doing a stay there. He's also very film friendly. So if you ever wanted to shoot, same place with butterflies and all that stuff, by all means, Buffalo Bills. But yeah, we had like a great crew. It was a lot of the Terrifier people, a lot of the Stream people, which was also Night of the Living Dead people. So we had a lot of fun, but like that high and low. And right now I'm like in that like midsection of like, my body's like, yo, chill, stop, sit at home, watch a bunch of fucking movies, and just don't do anything. Go see Halloween Kills. Go see it Wednesday. Don't do anything.
There is a film going to be coming out. It's going through all the film festivals at the minute. It's just called The Tales of the Creeping Death.
Oh, okay.
It's made by the same John Williams, who's helped me out doing these films and stuff. And honestly, I went to the premiere. We've already had a premiere of it, so he's now going through the distribution and everything. But honestly, when that comes out, you've got to watch it.
All right.
It's funny as well as scary and dark and twisted. John's got a very, very twisted mind when it comes to bringing humor to darkness, if that makes sense.
Oh, I love that. I love that type.
Honestly, it is one of the best films I've seen all year. It really is. I was there for both nights, and the reactions from everybody. I think it's already won like 7 awards already. And
Oh wow.
It's just done a premiere. It's just done a festival in Transylvania this weekend, I think. And there's one coming up in Canada that it's made it to Canada already. Just this little film that he made, you know, just a little indie film that he made, and it's already going over to Canada. And honestly, when it's available to watch,
Yeah.
I can't stress. He's got a couple already on Amazon. The Slayers, I think one of them's called, and Crispy's Curse. But this one,
I love these names. These names are great.
Honestly, Tales of the Creeping Death. I was speechless afterwards. It was from the first scene to the last scene. You won't take your eyes off of it, and it will make you laugh a lot. And then
that's awesome. Are they going to do any New York screenings of it?
I have no idea. I hope so. I hope he can get it out there as much as he can. But when I find out, I'll definitely be putting it on Facebook and everybody.
Please, yeah, please do, because I would love to check this out. Or once it gets picked up and is streamed, yeah, let me know, because I would love to. I would. This sounds right up my alley.
Yeah, honestly, I think you would enjoy it. And the last scene in this film, the guy in the last scene, his name's Darren Macquarie. He nailed it. He absolutely smashes it. But then because it's 4 different stories in, you know, it's an anthology of 4 different little stories, and there's another guy called Dean Ackerman, and his little story, it's twisted in your head. You think, what the fuck is going on? But it's so funny at the same time. Like, I was belly laughing, and tears was running down my face, as well as thinking, that's twisted. But
yeah,
you know, it was that good. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm excited. I'm definitely excited.
Yeah, that's definitely one to keep an eye out for. What else have I seen? Halloween Kills. I don't want to say anything about that.
I just watched. What did I just watch last night? I literally got back. Oh, it's the movie with Richard Brake. He just came out. Shit, it was Richard Brake. Bingo Hell.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet.
It's real, dude. It's really twisted. It's a really cool film. I was actually really digging it. Richard Brake is incredible in it. But then again, Richard Brake could be good in, you know, reading the phone book. You know, but he plays this really, like, it's like a very Needful Things-esque, like a bingo place opens up in this town. And people just start becoming sucked in, and there's I don't want to give anything away, but like, it's really good. The acting's really good. The woman that plays Dolores, I actually wanted to look that up, because she was incredible. It was a really, really cool, well done film. And then I watched that, and I watch this film like once every 5 years, and I don't know why. It's not a good film. But maybe it's just because the cast is so like charismatic. But I really watched this movie. It's called Route 666. Ever see this?
Yes, I have seen it. Yes. Yeah.
This movie's so dumb. It's so dumb.
Lou Diamond. I watched that last week.
Yeah, dude, I don't understand. I love this movie. I fucking love this movie. But like there's certain scenes where like the zombies are coming out, wherever they are, the ghosts are coming out of attacking people, and they're like fighting and screaming, "You gotta come over here!" Meanwhile, Lou Diamond Phillips is fighting this FBI agent while Laurie Perry's like, "Oh boy, you better hit him again!" And it's like he's screaming. How far did you guys walk that you can't hear this guy screaming? The guns are going off. They're still not fucking hearing him. I'm like, give me a fucking break. It is so insane, this whole movie. But I fucking love this movie. It's so bad it's good. I just love it. It really is.
Have you seen the new Chucky series yet? Have you seen that yet?
No, I have not been able to watch the Chucky one. I am not going to be watching the Day of the Dead one. I've just heard bad things about it. So, but the Chucky one, I've heard good things. I've heard that one's good.
Yeah. Well, I watched the first one, and I knew it was coming out, so I'd kind of not seen anything about it. I wanted it to just be a surprise, and I'm so glad it's the original Chucky doll. You know that?
Yeah.
Because the revamped one, I didn't enjoy it. I didn't like it. It wasn't.
Really?
Chucky. No, I didn't like it. I don't know if it's because it wasn't Chucky. It's like, for me, it was like putting a completely different look on Michael Myers and going, there you go, that's Michael Myers with blonde hair and a blue face. You know, I couldn't get it. I know a lot of people absolutely loved it, but I just couldn't get it.
I think the biggest problem with the new one, and I'm one of those guys, I loved it. I think the biggest problem was, for me, well, it was Audrey Plaza. I love her, but like she felt too cool and hip to be the mom. Yeah. So I didn't buy that. But also, I think the reason why this one was just more entertaining, not that it was more entertaining than the originals. Yeah, Cloud even yelled at me for that one. Is the fact that it was when the original Child's Play came out, his design is based off of like Cabbage Patch Kids. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like he looked like those dolls that we all had in our rooms growing up. That's what he looked like. And that's why he was even more terrifying. There is no equivalent of that today. The kids don't have that. There is no animated talking doll with AI artificial. That doesn't exist. So right off the bat, there's nothing. There's yes. Jesus. He's I wish I could show you and turn the camera. He's literally sitting on the ladder that's closest to me, and he's just giving me kisses from there. He's really adorable. Yes, Claddy, we hear you. Yes,
you can't hear mine. She's outside at the minute. I've got an African grey, so she's.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh my God! I'm is it a boy or girl?
It's a girl.
Does she talk at all?
Yeah, she said she mimics the wife. She can mimic the wife down to a T. So you know when I know she's not here, and then I can hear her in the dining room, I'm like, hang on a minute, what's going on? She's home.
That's amazing.
Yeah. But I'm sitting in a room at the minute, and there's 29 snakes in this room where I'm sitting at the minute.
Snake?
Yeah. 29 snakes, and I've got 33 eggs in the incubator.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God! You got you got like a whole farm in there.
Yeah.
That's insane. Yeah. That's crazy. You're gonna be like Willard, where you're just gonna have like an army of snakes instead of rats. Yeah, I know. You like that, don't you? He likes Willard.
Anyway, yes, Chucky.
Yes. So, but because of that, that's why I don't think that movie was scary. I don't think it was scary, but like I had a blast with it. I just had fun. I thought it was entertaining. I get why people don't like it. I get why people do like it. I think it's just one of those movies where like I went in being like, oh, this is gonna be garbage, and I just had so much stupid fun with it. I'm like, this is just having fun, and that's what I'm really hoping for with Halloween Kills. I'm hoping to just have fun. I've heard all the gripes. I've heard all the issues. But last time I did that, I went in and I saw The Last Jedi, and that did not go over well. And to avoid getting blacklisted by Disney, I will not tell you what I truly thought on this interview.
Well,
But
I can tell you what I thought of Halloween Kills if you want.
no. Just I'm trying to avoid. It's just like I'm trying to avoid almost as much as I'm trying to avoid anything with Last Night in Soho. That movie is probably going to be my favorite film of the year. I am already calling it. Edgar Wright cannot make a bad film if he tried.
Yeah.
He is easily my favorite filmmaker right now. From Shaun of the Dead to Hot Fuzz to Scott Pilgrim to World's End to Baby Driver and even Spaced. Like I adore everything Edgar Wright does, and I'm so upset he did a screening, and I'm always at his screenings, but he did a screening while I was in Phoenix, and I was like, son of a bitch. I was so upset. But I'll be at the next one. So, but regardless, I'm so excited for that movie.
You worked a lot recently with Felissa Rose as well.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think she was over here this weekend.
Yes, she was.
Yeah. I was really, really pissed off because the only weekend they was over here and the only chance I could have gone to meet her, I think Danielle Harris was there.
Yeah.
Well, there was loads of people there, and I had a wedding, so I couldn't make it.
No.
Absolutely gutted that I couldn't go, and it was so. Yeah, I missed that chance. So that chance.
Oh, dude, Felissa she's a one of a kind person. She is one of the sweetest, most engaging, wonderful human beings I think I've ever met in my life. There's not a single person that I know that can ever say they do not like Felissa Rose. And I think that's part of it's just who she is. She loves her fans. She loves meeting people. She just loves all that energy. Every con I go to that she's at, she always has a line. And it's not just because she's just getting people in now. She takes the time. She will talk. She will, get to know you. She's just a fantastic, amazing person. We've had some good times together, like on the set of Stream, on the set of Dark Circles, Dark Offerings. It was different because it was just through Zoom. Every time Felissa's around, it's a good time. A good time is to be had.
I was gutted. I was trying to find out whether they was over here for any longer than just this weekend, but I'd imagine not. They're probably already on their way back.
Yeah, I think so. She was mentioning the UK one too to me. Before she wrapped, she was like, "Yeah, I'm supposed to go to UK." I think she was gonna go with, someone else. I think Dave Sheridan, Doofy.
Yeah, he was there as well. Yeah, he was. Daniel Harris. Matthew Lillard, he was there. There's quite a few people, and yeah, I was gutted, absolutely gutted when I found out what weekend it was.
Right, you'll get them again, and I know that they do an England Romero Con too. It's Weekend of the Dead or something like that. Yeah. I don't know if they're doing that this year or not. I can ask Terry. But if he does, then you definitely got to go see him and meet him in person.
Is it? Will he be coming over?
I don't know.
I think I've lost you.
Lori Taryn be there. All the Terrifier people, including Clifton. Clifton, who was the EMT, but he's also in Night of the Living Dead. He's
then you went off. It froze on me, and you was just it all froze. We went from Terry. We was talking about Terry, and then you froze.
Yeah, no. So no, I was saying that we're all gonna be at Chiller. Including Clifton, who you met through, who's in Dark Offerings. He's in oh my God, my brain is so fried. He's in Dark Offerings. He's in Night of the Living Dead, and obviously he's in Terrifier. He's the EMT at the end. So yeah, so he'll be there as well. Yeah, Chiller's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun time.
You all need to come over to the UK as one big group, you see, and then do a movie while you're over here, you see. Job done. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to say no to shooting there, especially if you promise to bring me to the locations where they shot Shaun of the Dead. That's all I give a shit about.
Yeah, I can take that there. Yeah, I know where that is. Yeah.
Oh my God, I will geek the fuck out over there. I really will. Especially World's End. I want to do that Golden Mile once in my life. I'm out here in New York, but it's not the same. I got to go to the mall.
Yeah. There's plenty.
I was just about to try but I'm not going to because I'm gonna fuck it up. I can't do it. I'm not butchering it.
Right, Marcus, I'm going to let you go because I know you're absolutely shattered. You've got.
No worries, brother. No worries.
I know you've been tired, so I didn't want to ask too many questions so you can give too much away. I wasn't going to try and trick you out on anything. So I know.
Oh, no worries, brother. If there's anything else that you want to ask, by all means, go for it, dude. I'm fine. I mean, I'll rest when I'm dead.
Sleep is for the weak.
So, exactly. Like my rest of my day involves going food shopping probably and sleeping and watching horror movies. That's
what are you gonna watch today? Do you know what you're gonna watch?
I never know. I might put on Haunt because I got the special edition, the Ronin version of it. So I might put that on. I don't know. Well, I was watching was talking with when I was at the con, I was talking with Fred Williamson a lot. So he was telling me a lot of like little stories about From Dusk Till Dawn. So I kind of want to revisit that one again. He was also telling me stories.
Did you watch the series of Dusk Till Dawn as well? Did you ever see that?
I watched the beginning half.
Yeah.
And it was interesting. I didn't hate it. But it was like, it was the movie stretched over 10 episodes.
Yeah.
And I got like about 7 or 8 in and turned it off when Cheech Marin didn't show up and give us his infamous speech. Because that to me is part of From Dusk Till Dawn as much as, the plot. Because
yeah, I remember going to the cinema to watch Dusk Till Dawn. And I loved it because I knew I was going to watch a vampire film. And I remember sitting there watching it. And it was the whole kidnap scenario for quite some time. And I completely forgot it was a vampire film. So I was just getting involved in this kidnapping and this getting across the border to Mexico. I completely forgot that they were going to the titty twister. And then all of a sudden this vampire turned up and I was like, oh yeah, it's a vampire film. I forgot about it. Yeah. Yeah, it was. I'll never forget that because, like I say, it made it more enjoyable because I put it to the back of my head and I was enjoying what I was watching. And then the shit hits the fan and really. Yeah.
Dude, it's one of the best movies to show people that have no idea about it. Yeah. I remember showing it to my and I didn't tell him anything. I went in blind, or he went in blind to it, and was like enjoying. He's like, "Yeah, this is good." And the fucking vampires came up. He was just like, "What the fuck is going on?" No, but I love movies like that, man. I love that because you have it takes a lot to be able to like hide the plot of your movie, you know what I mean, or like that make it completely different. So I do give really do. Yeah.
No, you're frozen again.
Oh shit! Can you see me?
Yeah, just about. You're a bit like you're a robot at the minute. You're like, that's it.
There you go. Oh god, the internet is like screaming at us or something.
Yeah. You're too far apart.
Exactly. That's basically what it's saying.
Yeah. Right, man. I'm going to let you go so you can go do your food shopping.
All right, brother. Thank you again for having me, my man.
No, no worries. Honestly, I appreciate it. I know how busy you've been.
Oh, dude. It's always great to chat with you, my man.
Yeah, yeah. Keep me posted about the dark offerings. Keep me posted about everything, and you know I'll be waiting patiently.
Oh, I know, brother. I'm gonna make it so that you're the first one to see it.
Yeah, definitely. All right, man. Take care.
All right, man. You too. I'll talk to you later.